Hey y'all, we might make a GoFundMe account. Help us move to Houston. Please, please, please.
That's where you want to go, man?
I want to go to Houston, yeah. Once I graduate.
Is that where your girlfriend's going, man?
I don't got no girlfriend.
I'm playing. Hello, bro.
It's alright, bro.
Bro.
Not officially, you don't.
He's getting a girlfriend, guys. Be ready.
Everybody make fun of me.
Be ready for the challenge.
Y'all gonna be, man, stop judging. y'all don't even really know, but Brandon gonna end up being the first one married out of everybody.
Nah, that's definitely not true.
Might be me, buddy.
It's definitely, you'll be married before me.
It's gonna be you.
Why me?
Man, who y'all think gonna be the first one to get married? Okay.
He's already shacked up already. he's got a lady.
Bro,
He's
put it
got
down,
a
bro.
lady. I am a free agent, so who's more in the hole? Who's already? You're further down the rabbit hole already.
No, that don't mean nothing. It's just,
I'm not going to expose you about this conversation about what you had said. That right there is enough. Is enough to seal your fate.
No,
but I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Talking about going state to state with it.
No.
I feel like you still be the first one. You gonna find you some
and get married? That's forever, bro.
Hey, I know. I be thinking about this. That shit
okay, guys, we're going through a decision right now, man. We're trying to figure out where we're gonna live after college.
I'm thinking Dallas, Austin,
give us some options.
Maybe a nice big city in Texas.
Man, keep it 100, man. We might need to make a GoFundMe.
Man, why do you want to make a GoFundMe, bro?
Man, I feel like our fans support us. They support our decision to be young, educated brothers.
So look, guys, do y'all think it's smart to live with your friends after college? I know girls living together is pretty bad, but guys, do y'all think it would work? You know, because think about it. Just when you come out of school and then you go try to buy a house or apartment, do you feel like you're wasting money? Like $1,000, $1,200, maybe it's even $1,600 for an apartment, bro.
I know some apartments nowadays are definitely taxed.
Yeah, they saying 2 racks for no.
I would personally rather get a house. Pay for that.
Like, do y'all think that's a smart idea? Get a house together, guys. Keep doing YouTube. Keep seeing you guys. Get a job if that's possible. Or we, blow up on YouTube. Never, y'all buy their merch and we go up. It could be possible. So what do you guys think?
Dream come true.
What do you guys think we should do, man? Or do y'all say, man, forget YouTube, get a job, boys, and live separate? Let us know personally what y'all think. Okay, but yeah, that goes in today's videos. Top 10 most beautiful states in America.
California is the most beautiful.
I bet California's not in this.
I bet California is in this. In the United States.
Yeah, bet $1.
California's gonna be in this for sure. I bet Utah in this.
Bet $1.
I don't think I would ever live in Utah.
Before I say anything else, I have to say it isn't nice to judge. Every state is both beautiful and ugly in its own way. Take California, for example. On the one hand, you have Yosemite and Big Sur, but on the other hand, well, you have Skid Row and Stockton. To be completely honest with you, this was one of the hardest lists I've ever made because I really love the nature in so many states. But the West really is best when it comes to beautiful and unique scenery. Now, don't get me wrong, I grew up in the Northeast, and while there is a lot of charm to the small towns and wooded habitats there, it just doesn't compare to the majestic vistas and untouched wilderness found in the West. But don't worry, there are some eastern states on the list too. It does have a special place in my heart after all. Anyways, I ranked the states by their natural landmarks, national and state parks, eco-diversity, and accessibility to nature. Forget about good jobs or city amenities. I mean, who cares about money when you're surrounded by this? Probably goes without saying, but this video isn't for the material girls, so here's to you fellow nature lovers, and if you aren't a nature lover, well, keep watching to see why you should be, because these are the top 10 most beautiful states.
They show a nice state to go fishing. I would count it.
I know you're probably thinking, what? That doesn't look like Maine. Well, that's because it isn't. It honestly was really hard to choose which state to put at number 10, so I'm starting the list off with an honorable mention. South Dakota. Wait, what? South Dakota? Yeah, it might come as a surprise if you've never been here, but that's because it's incredibly underrated. I was blown away on my first visit, and not just because the wind cave. From natural grasslands to the Badlands to Spearfish Canyon and and Custer State Park to the Black Hills, which are a heck of a lot more than just 4 dead guys' faces on a rock. The diversity of nature in the Mount Rushmore state is mind-boggling. I seriously have no clue why it's one of the least visited states in the country. But enough with my South Dakota upset.
Who thinks about I'm just gonna go to South Dakota?
I did not know that Mount Rushmore was in Maine.
This is South Dakota.
Oh, South Dakota. Like, give me my nigga.
Yeah.
No, don't get it on. No, bro. Come on, bro. Like, Hey, man, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah.
But what does the mountains remind you of? Y'all dapped up about it.
I can't. Hey, we can't. It's the inside.
Nah, you can say it now, yo.
Nah, that's the insider.
Antonio Brown.
No clue why it's one of the least visited states in the country. But enough with my South Dakota obsession. Actual number 10 is Maine. You might not have given the Pine Tree State much thought if you live outside of New England, but as a New Englander myself, my family would take trips up here almost every summer, and let me tell ya, it is beautiful. Outside the Portland metro area, no, not the one in Oregon, the state is pretty much just untouched, gorgeous nature and really cute, charming small towns, which means there are endless opportunities for adventure, whether you want to hike, ski, swim, kayak, hunt, or fish. And if you're lucky, or maybe unlucky if you get too close, you might even see a moose. Maine's honestly one of the best kept secrets on the East Coast. From jutting cliffs to stunning beaches, if you include all the islands, Maine actually has more miles of coastline than even California. And speaking of islands, have you seen Mount Desert Island? It's home to Acadia National Park, which is pretty much the crown jewel of Maine. There really is no other place in America quite like it.
Like, what's
Number
Maine
9,
like?
Michigan. Now this might be surprising too, but Michigan's actually another state with more coastline than California. Granted, it's just surrounded by really big lakes, but they're so big that it almost feels like the ocean. You may have heard of the famously old-fashioned Mackinac Island, where cars are forbidden.
Don't get mad. Stupid question.
Cars are forbidden.
The Great Lakes not connected to the ocean, right?
No. It's a lake.
Okay, that shit was blue as hell.
Yeah, it's a lake. It's lake water.
Yeah.
So it ain't no sharks or nothing in there.
Nah.
It's just surrounded by really big lakes, but they're so big that it almost feels like the ocean. You may have heard of the famously old-fashioned Mackinac Island, where cars are forbidden and horses and buggies transport you back in time around the Victorian town. But have you heard of Isle Royale National Park? The 400-island archipelago is actually the least visited national park in the contiguous United States, mainly because the only way to get there is a 3-hour-long ferry. But if you make the trip, or honestly just go anywhere in the Upper Peninsula, the wildlife and scenery you encounter will literally feel like a movie. And let's not forget the multicolored Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore, the isolated hilly beaches at Sleeping Bear Dunes, and Headlands International Dark Sky Park, which is one of the best places to see the stars, and if you're lucky, the Northern Lights. I could go on and on about the beauty of Michigan. I mean, there are freaking ice caves and a rock jutting out of the water that looks like a turnip. Number 8,
That's Michigan?
Oregon.
Yeah.
When you think of Oregon, you probably just think of hipsters in Portland, or maybe something like this or this. But the Beaver State has pretty much every type of biome imaginable. You probably didn't know this was in Oregon, or this. The ecosystems here are seriously so dang diverse that each region feels like its own country. From beautiful beaches bordered by sinkholes, sand dunes, and giant rock islands, to lush national forests teeming with literally thousands of streams and waterfalls, to charming artsy towns like Ashland, Bend, and Hood River, the entire state just feels enchanted. The Cascade Range also runs through the middle of Oregon and is home to some of the most beautiful mountains in the country, and Crater Lake National Park, which is literally a giant blue lake at the top of a volcanic crater. It's honestly one of the most unique and gorgeous settings I've ever seen. And I haven't even mentioned the eastern half of the state, with places like the Painted Hills and Hawaii Canyonlands that you'll swear must be photoshopped. Oh, and there's also Hell's Canyon, aka the deepest gorge in North America, with a nearly 8,000-foot vertical drop into the sea.
I have
What
not
state
seen
is
anything
this
like
again?
this.
This is Oregon?
Yeah, I've not seen anything like this.
This is like crazy to me.
The craziest thing I've seen was
like-
in Arizona. I've been to Arizona. It looked pretty cool. I've seen the Grand Canyon.
I've never been to any of these places,
Yeah,
so
I've been
all
to
this is like
Arizona.
mind blowing to me.
Arizona.
To know that this is in the U.S., I had no idea.
Like, this is
I see
insane.
America might be the coldest.
I know,
I
like, I know.
definitely
I'm
would
like,
like to experience all of this stuff.
like, people always want to leave
hiking
America.
and stuff. I love nature.
No, people trying to get to this. We got
People
deserts.
in America want to leave.
Bro, we
I
got
would say
deserts, jungles, forest land. in the tundra.
We got a lot. This is crazy.
I think we got every ecosystem almost.
Snake River. Needless to say, there's a lot more to Oregon than just Portland.
We in the swamp.
Number 7. Colorado. Denver might be overrated, but there's a reason why so many people are moving to, or at least vacationing in the Centennial State. Take a drive on I-70 and you'll see why. Every curve of the interstate reveals a breathtaking view of the Rockies before following the Eagle and Colorado rivers through the canyons into a landscape that looks like Mars. And this is honestly the least scenic route. The mountains are just gorgeous all around with 58 peaks exceeding 14,000 feet. By far the most of any state. In fact, there are only 4 states in the country that even have one 14,000 footer. But while the Front Range is magical, Colorado is so much more than just a beautiful mountainous region full of world-class ski resorts and hikes. Head to the southwest near Durango and you'll find some of the most well-preserved Native American pueblos at Mesa Verde National Park. Or you can head to Colorado Springs to find some of the most beautiful red rock formations at Garden of the Gods. And Colorado's also home to the tallest sand dunes in North America. This state is honestly so diverse that even if you spent your entire life here, it still wouldn't be long enough to explore all the unique environments the area has to offer. Number 6. Washington. Seattle and rain are probably the first 2 words that come to mind when you think of Washington. But this state...
You never seen like
what?
Like the sand dune car?
Sand dune car?
Oh, the one like Kanye one?
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
I know what you're talking about.
One of my friends has one.
They got the little
It's
tires.
like this. Hold on. Y'all know what kind of car this is?
They might can see it. Yeah, they might can see it. Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, that's some hard
and rain are probably the first 2 words that come to mind when you think of Washington. But this state is so much more. Don't get me wrong, on the days where it isn't misty and rainy and you can actually see, Seattle's one of the most picturesque cities in the world. But the constant rain kinda is what makes the evergreen state stay, evergreen. Speaking of evergreen, North Cascades National Park might be one of the most beautiful places on Earth. I mean, have you seen Mount Shuksan? Well, probably not, because it's also one of the least visited national parks, which is weird since it's only a 2-hour drive from Seattle. But even closer to Seattle are the majestic Olympic Mountains, and even closer is Mount Rainier, which is the most prominent peak in the continental United States, and also an active volcano. But hey, I'm not here to judge Seattleites' life decisions. It really was hard to choose which Pacific Northwest state to put higher on this list, but while Oregon is very geographically diverse, Washington is even more diverse. The Evergreen State is home to 63 different mountain ranges, the largest expanse of temperate forest in the U.S., tons of waterfalls, rivers, lakes, and ecologically unique islands, the Columbia River Gorge and the Scablands, the Palouse Hills, and charming mountain towns like Leavenworth. You know, maybe it is worth living under an active volcano to be near all that. Number 5. Utah. From the Rocky Mountains to Desert Canyons, it's hard to see why Utah has the 3rd most national parks in the country. You've probably heard of Zion and Arches. And no, that's not the moon. That's just Canyonlands National Park. There's also Bryce Canyon and Capitol Reef National Park, and a boatload of national monuments and forests, which are equally as impressive. As you can see, Utah shares a lot of similarities with Colorado and Arizona, but also has a lot of uniquely Utah things too. And I'm not talking about fries sauce. Besides the national parks, there are 43 state parks, and no, I'm not about to list them all, but just look at how pretty they are. The coolest thing about Utah, in my opinion, though, is that most of the nature is completely untouched, and aside from the super popular national parks and ski resorts like Zion and Park City, it's almost never overcrowded with tourists. If it had a coastline, Utah would probably be number 1 on this list, but it doesn't, and before you say, hey, what about the Great Salt Lake?
Man, the South sucks, bro.
I told him.
I remember, no, but Alabama was nice, though.
I told y'all
I feel
that.
like the farther you go up, the nicer it is. Because Texas is just straight desert.
Bro,
really?
I told y'all Utah's the coldest place.
Austin's pretty nice.
I told you Utah. You didn't say nothing.
No, I'm talking about a long time ago. I was like, man, I'm going to get a house in Utah. Like, why it be? Y'all said, you tripping. I said, man, Utah beautiful. Y'all said, no, you...
Damn, you look black, boy.
You look like I match you with my shirt.
Hey, Utah is crazy.
Nobody actually likes how the Great Salt Lake looks, or smells for that matter. Number 4. California. I know a lot of you are probably wondering, why isn't California number one? I mean, it is the most geographically diverse state in the country by far, housing nearly every type of climate zone in the world. But the one thing keeping it out of even the top 3 on my list is just all the overcrowding and pollution. Even though most of the national parks are 4 to 5 hours out of the cities, there are still so many people. Sure, there are a few secret spots where you can find some peace and quiet, but if you aren't a local and don't know what you're doing, you're never gonna find them. What you will find is 3,400 miles of pristine coastline and some of the best beaches in the world. To the south, you have La Jolla and Laguna, but more north, there's also Carmel, Moonstone Beach, Bowling Ball Beach, and the incredible Big Sur. But actually, don't go there because the locals do everything they can to hide the best spots from tourists. So why don't you head on over to one of the 9 national parks or over 300 state parks instead, both numbers being the most of any state. Try Yosemite, the Redwoods, or even Death Valley. Seriously, I cannot state this enough. Almost every type of scenery imaginable is here. The problem is that people, litter, and their pollution is destroying the environment, and not nearly enough funds are being allocated to protect it. But what can I say? It's not like money grows on trees. And even if it did, California would have probably burned through it by now.
Damn.
Pun intended.
Just be catching on fire.
Number 3, Hawaii. Hawaii is by far the smallest state on this list, so I guess it goes to show that size doesn't matter. Because what the Aloha State lacks in size, it makes up for in sheer beauty. There really isn't a single part of the islands that isn't jaw-droppingly gorgeous. Each of the 7 inhabited...
Guess right now, what state's gonna be number 1? I'm gonna go Alaska.
Probably Arizona.
Where you going? You got about 7 seconds to think, buddy.
Hold on. Let me think. I'm thinking about everything. If it's not Alaska,
Let's just say it's Wyoming.
I'll say Florida.
Okay.
I'll say
The islands is entirely different in its own way, but some notable views are the Nepali coast and Waimea Canyon on Kauai, the bamboo forest, Honokohau Falls, and the road to Hana on Maui, the sea cliffs of Molokai, Lanikai Beach and the Cocoa Head Crater on Oahu, and Mauna Kea and Volcanic National Park on Big Island. In fact, the Big Island alone has 11 of the world's 13 climate zones. From the history to the culture to the waterfalls, volcanoes, hiking, and world-class snorkeling and surfing, Hawaii is one of the most unique and diverse states in the country. Not to mention the nearly perfect weather with tropical temperatures and 270 sunny days a year. Number 2. Montana. In contrast to the last 2 states, Montana has exactly 0 miles of coastline. So how the heck did it make it so high on this list? If you're seriously asking that question, you need to visit the Big Sky State, where, yes, the sky really does seem bigger. We all know Colorado is the Rocky Mountain state, but honestly, the Rockies in Montana...
Bro, the United States has so much land, bro. Like, that's crazy.
It's pretty big.
I know, bro, but like, I'd just be forgetting about Montana.
Remain unparalleled. The mountains loom majestically over vast and colorful valleys dotted by the lakes, rivers, and wildlife that run through them. A trip to Yellowstone will leave you bewildered by the power of nature, but the lesser-known Glacier National Park is actually, in my opinion, the most beautiful national park in America. And in the eastern half of the state, you have a complete contrast with places like Makoshika State Park with its badlands and dinosaur fossils. There are actually 55 state parks in the state, including the Lewis and Clark Caverns, Flathead Lake, Palisade and Kootenai Falls, and Bighorn Canyon. But honestly, the entire state could be a national park. Drive through just about anywhere here, and you'll have a hard time finding a view that doesn't look like a painting. Even in the urban areas like Missoula or Bozeman. And on a clear night, you might even see the Northern Lights. Now, before we get to number 1, leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what you think the most beautiful state is. But without further ado,
I think Florida might be number 1.
Number 1, Alaska.
Let's go!
Speaking of the Northern Lights, could number 1 really be anything but? Alaska
is
more grand, vast, and untamed than any other state. And it's not even close.
What was it like, bro?
You lived in
It was
Alaska,
so amazing,
man.
bro. It was magical, bro. No cap.
It was magical, bro.
Was the people cool?
Yeah, people was good up there. It was magical, bro.
Was it a lot of black people?
Yeah, it was a good amount.
That's crazy.
Maybe like
black people
20%,
you know,
at least?
I actually met a dude that went to my high school. He was from Alaska.
What? Was he black?
Yes, he had dreads. He was dark skin. I was like, you're from Alaska. I'm from Alaska.
What? That's crazy,
That's
bro.
cool, bro.
This looks beautiful, though.
Alaska was
It even has...
on this
Wait,
thing.
do Alaska got moose?
Yeah.
How?
feel like that's about right. Montana
How
probably
the
has
hell
moose.
Alaska has moose and it's
Probably moose is in
more coastline than
Montana.
every other state combined. And that coast varies widely from the volcanic Aleutian Islands to glacier-lined black sand beaches.
Hey, no dumb question.
Okay, this is
Is
actually nice.
Alaska upward?
It's north. You can see Russia from Alaska.
What?
Yeah.
No
cap.
way.
No cap. You can see Russia from Alaska. Not cap.
That's crazy.
Damn. So like, okay, so
You
it's
gotta go to
up
the
toward the left, like,
It's west, bro.
or is it?
It's west.
It's west, so it's just going straight left.
Northwest.
So northwest. So
It's
is
like
it above,
Canada.
Is it above? It's above Oregon.
No, it's Canada then Alaska.
So it's over Canada, like it's above Canada.
It's like right next to it.
Okay,
That's
so
crazy
left side
that
of
they,
Canada.
that they have a
Territory.
country that's like not attached to like the other. I'm not gonna say a country, a state that's not attached to the other ones.
I mean, they claim that
Like,
land.
That and Hawaii. Where is Alaska like located? Like, do you have to go through another country to get there?
I think the only way to get in is to fly. To be honest, I think you can drive to
crazy.
To think
Canada.
about somebody
I never
landed
drove.
here and made this a whole country
It's crazy.
and zoned it.
It just kept getting bigger, bro. The history of the country is pretty crazy.
They zoned it.
Did you know
bro.
that Texas was part of Mexico?
Yeah. Yeah,
go to
we learned
war-
that
we
in
had to go to war for
Texas
that.
history, man.
Louisiana was part of the French.
Louisiana
Yeah,
history.
it was owned by
Louisiana
the French
purchase.
because they got here first. That's why everybody here got French last names.
Yeah.
And Mardi Gras and all that.
Those, yeah.
I kind of want to see what's the
Everybody
best
in Louisiana got the same last name. What's up with that?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like,
Hey,
it's
I've
like
never seen
5
nobody
last
wait,
names
who?
that everybody got.
like Thibodeau,
Guillory, Guidry.
yeah, Guidry.
That,
It's a couple
that was
of
their
them.
slave owner name.
Bro, but no. All the white
The
people got that
craggy
name.
cliffs of
What for real?
yeah, it'd be like
Bro, I
a
know
mixture
hella
of
people
both.
with the same last name.
No cap.
I know so many people.
The main one I always hear is Thibodeau.
I hear like Guillory and Guidry a lot.
Yo, see that?
I
Thing?
don't
Forested
think Guillory,
fjords.
right, huh?
What
Sure.
the heck was that?
to glacier-lined black sand
Alaska,
beaches
yeah.
to craggy cliffs to forested
Yeah, I seen craggy
fjords.
cliffs.
Sure,
I
it
seen
does get really cold
The
in some
tundra,
parts,
never
but
went out
there
there.
is a heck of a lot more to Alaska than just snow-capped mountains. The Last Frontier is home to 8 national parks, each featuring incredibly different landscapes, ranging from Denali, home of the tallest mountain in North America, to Kenai Fjords, Gates of the Arctic, Glacier Bay, and Wrangell St. Alot.
Y'all would not believe I fell down a mountain one time when I was little. Man. I was playing. I got to the top. It's like it had a platform like where it
You
stopped.
fell down from the top to the bottom.
I fell from the top to the the road, the little rocky place, bro.
Damn, so you ain't break no bones or nothing?
I got like a little scratch on my cheek. It should be on my cheek somewhere. It's
Yeah,
still
you
on-
do have one that's up here.
Yeah, I remember I was playing and I went into the top, and then my teacher called me, and I was running down with my friend, and the other one just slipped and slid. He slid. I end up tumbling. Like I really started like tumbling.
In the snow or was it dry?
It was dry. And it
Damn,
was
so
straight
you
rock.
ain't break no bones.
No, I was
you ain't
no.
You wasn't cut up or nothing, just the cut on your face.
Faces. It was
That's
just my
it.
faces. Yeah, and my hands and shit. My mama was so hot.
Damn.
My mama was so
Bro,
hot.
Alaska,
That's
yeah,
pretty crazy
Alaska,
story.
I ain't gonna lie. Montana was crazy though.
Bias, which is actually the
This is
largest
beautiful.
national
It's like a
park
field
in the
trip in the
nation.
zone.
And while there are also 156 state parks to boot, Alaska's still the least visited state in the U.S. Which might be due to the fact that there aren't many roads
What,
leading to
bro?
the parks. You'll actually have to charter a plane to get to most of them. But that's also why the population density is just one
Reindeers.
person
So
per
tell me
square
about those
miles.
Reindeers.
Alaska's by itself, right?
Well, it's connected to Canada.
So it's really connected.
Yeah, bro. Look, bro.
Nah, but we ain't got time for that, bro.
No.
It's really connected though, like you can drive into Canada and go like drive to Canada.
See, that's what I was trying to figure
And
out.
then
'Cause I
go
know it's not
into
attached
Alaska?
to the other part of the country.
I thought Alaska was by itself.
Nah, that's Hawaii.
Okay.
Alaska's
That's
not
crazy.
an island though.
Look, bro.
I feel dumb.
Alaska.
Man, put up the real map.
Alaska is connected to Canada. I wish I could see the border.
Okay, so it's drivable over this. I can get
No,
over
that's
this.
Canada right here, bro.
So can I get over there right now?
You gotta fly.
Why I gotta fly?
Cause you don't have to, bro.
Why?
Look.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, it is connected. Why can't I drive, bro?
Where's
You
Alaska?
have to have a passport to
Which
go
one is
through
Alaska?
Canada. Alaska right here, bro.
Oh.
So, but if I had the
crazy.
passport, I can drive there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because you got to go through another country. You got to enter.
I don't even think it's
the Canada.
roads
Then you
to
got to
this,
exit
bro.
Canada and
It's
come back in
roads,
the
bro.
U.S.
Let me see a road. Yeah, this
It's
is a
definitely roads, bro. How do you think they get stuff?
man.
It's
ship.
trucks, bro.
Man, they putting them things on the ships.
Yeah, that's probably.
Damn, bro, I was wondering.
They probably have a bunch of Canadian snacks in Alaska.
Okay. So
Just because they
I
connect.
wonder what type of like animals
Like,
Hawaii got then.
Look, you
Probably
could actually.
sharks.
I went here before, bro. You was able to actually see
Snakes.
Russia, bro. This shit's so crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
You was damn near a Russian.
So there are literally thousands of
Russian
miles of
spy.
untouched unique wilderness, and you're probably more likely to run into a bear, moose, or muskox than another
don't
person in
wanna
the
run into a
nature
bear.
here. Where else can you find over
instant
half
death.
the world's
No, I
glaciers,
ain't gonna lie, the
fjords
little park
all
I used
along
to
the
go to,
coast,
it was always
rainforest?
bears at that mug.
And I would be horrified.
It was black bears.
See, a black bear, if I was a child, I'd be scared of a black bear. But a grizzly bear, I'm going to fear for my life.
No, the black bears don't mess
Y'all know
with
how
people,
in school though
but
they
them-
showed a
Yeah,
lot
because they scary. But the grizzly bear is aggressive.
Y'all know how in school though they show like how they were showing Alaska and it was showing like it was cut off. Like how they show Alaska on the map. It doesn't look like
it does.
It doesn't look like it's attached to anything.
It doesn't. Well, I mean, it does, but you can see it's like attached to like
Yeah, you
not
can't
the
see
rest of the country.
I wasn't peeping that at first.
That's why I was trying to figure that out. Like,
Yeah.
what's it attached to?
Nothing. It's like
That's
they-
crazy that Canada doesn't have Alaska. Canada, what the hell? Y'all just let us take that from y'all.
That's crazy.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I think
They need to
they
put
got
up-
Alaska because of the Soviet Union during the Cold War. I think.
They need to make an NBA team for Alaska.
Yeah.
Maybe
They
an
ain't gonna
NFL
make
team.
no bread.
There'll be a small market team.
We can go do it, man.
There's plenty of small market
Wait,
teams.
we can start it. Hey, man, do y'all want to start a team out there? We can make a.
We'll have to do some- we'll
like
have
the
to
Green
do
Bay
some
Packers. We
researching.
can make a one of those teams like that.
Hey,
Because I didn't know Green Bay didn't have an owner. It's owned by the city.
I will move back
What?
to Alaska.
You didn't know
I
that?
didn't know
Bro,
that.
yeah, bro. They don't have an owner, bro.
That's crazy.
It's owned by the city. You're Green Bay Packers.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I thought they hold by like share owners.
Yeah, yeah, it might be something like that. But I think it said like it wasn't an owner. It was owned by the city, bro.
Share owners.
Possibly. I don't know. But all right, man. I want to see the cities, man. So we might do
That
that.
was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome, bro. I did not learned a lot of stuff, man. So if y'all like these type of videos, let us know, man. We gone.